Bryson DeChambeau, is he good for the game or not so good? And should we be replicating what he's doing in trying to chase distance? He's been quite a revelation, I have to admit. The scientist, Bryson DeChambeau, hitting it absolutely miles, achieving distances of nearly 400 yards with over 200 miles an hour ball speed. That is insane. Insane hitting, absolutely incredible. He's worked his socks off and he's getting the just reward, he's getting the distance. But should you be chasing distance? According to Mark Brody's book, very famous book, Every Shot Counts, Mark Brody argues very mathematically and quite correctly that distance is needed in the game of golf. We're trying to hit a golf ball up to nearly 550 odd yards to a hole. So we need to be able to get the ball there. There's no point hitting dead straight every time, but the ball's only going 50, 60, 70 yards or so. It's still going to take us a lot of shots to get to the green. So statistically, you should be able to hit the ball as good a distance as you possibly can do. Getting the ball out there is proving to be a game changer. It's proving to be a real crucial ingredient to help you lower your scores. The old adage, drive for show, putt for dough. It's not actually true. We need to actually drive better. Driving is valued more in lower scores than putting. That's completely on its head now, how it used to be. We always used to say, oh, your hole putts to lower your scores. Well, yeah, that's true. We're going to have a good all-round game. But most importantly, and the extra significance has been on how far you hit the golf ball with this little chap, how far, and straight, obviously, but also your approach shots with the irons. But to approach the ball, to make sure we're hitting more greens, we need to come in with a shorter golf club, which means more distance with this little chap here. But the question is, should you be doing it? Should you be chasing distance? My answer, yes, you should be. You should be going all out for distance. Now, one word of caution. Yes, the further we hit it, the more accurate we've got to be, because there's less margin for error. So for example, if we hit a 300-yard drive that's 2 degrees offline compared to a 200-yard drive that's 2 degrees offline, the 300-yard one is going to put us into a little bit more trouble. So therefore the margins of error are going to be a little bit lower. But as long as those margins of error, as long as that dispersion pattern is still not wide, you're still keeping the ball in play, that extra 100 yards is going to give us more an advantage. Especially if you've got kids out there who play the game of golf. Kids of 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Get them to hit the ball as hard as they can. Not only is it going to be more fun to them, it's also going to really help them in future development, because distance is really difficult to achieve as an adult, but it is a lot easier to achieve as a kid. And as I say, it's going to be a lot more fun to them, watching them just hit it as hard as they can. Don't worry about that technique. You've got little Johnny at 7 years old, he's not going to want to know about technique. He's going to want to hit the ball as far as he possibly can do. And that is brilliant, because you've got to let him. You've got to let him or her, let your son or daughter get that ball out as far as they possibly can do, as soon as they can. Go out there, chase some distance, hit the ball what you feel as hard as you can do. How do we do it? Well, what we don't want to do is make sure our body, we don't want to really bring our body into action. That's when, again, all hell can break loose and that ball could curve off for a right-handed golfer, again, viciously to the right. I've done a previous couple of videos on this, trying to make sure the body's on the way down, not getting involved in the action. It's got to be a big body turn on the way back, big wind up, and then from there, we've got to let the hands and the arms create the speed. The body, the bigger muscles have already done their work. So what I want you guys to do out there in golf land this week is try and make sure that wind up is as big as you can, and then from there, crack the whip with the hands and the arms, not the body. We do not want to get the body involved in that downswing. As I say, the contact will be very poor and the direction even worse. Go and chase that distance. Please, hope this helps. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts about Bryson. Like him, love him. think he's the worst thing for the game, think he's the best thing for the game, please let me know. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button.